I'm tired, boss. Tired of being on the road, lonely as a sparrow in the rain. I'm tired of never having me a buddy to be with, to tell me where we's going to, coming from, or why.
Hello, good beans, and welcome back to Midnight Requiem. Today, we'll be talking about Michael Clarke Duncan. Duncan was born in Chicago and raised in a single-parent household with his sister Judy by his mother Jean Duncan after his father left. When he was younger, he wanted to play football and tried out for the Chicago Bears of the National Football League, but decided to become an actor instead when his mother refused to let him play, fearing he would get injured. He always wanted to act, but had to drop out of the communication program at Alcorn State University to support his family when his mother became ill. Duncan's large frame, 6 feet, 5 inches, and 315 pounds, helped him in his jobs digging ditches for People's Gas Company and being a bouncer at several Chicago clubs. Duncan also played basketball at Kankakee Community College and for one season for the Alcorn State Braves. In 1979, he participated in the Disco Demolition Night at Comiskey Park, home of the Chicago White Sox, where he was among the first 100 people to run onto the field, and he slid into third base. During the ensuing riot, his silver belt buckle was stolen while he was stealing a baseball bat from the dugout. Duncan took various security jobs in Los Angeles while trying to get some acting and modeling work in commercials. During this time, he worked as a bodyguard for celebrities like Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Jamie Foxx, LL Cool J, and the notorious B.I.G., all while doing bit parts in television and films. When rapper Notorious B.I.G. was killed in 1997, Duncan quit the personal protection business. After having begun his career with several bit parts playing bouncers in films such as Bulworth and A Night at the Roxbury, Duncan came to prominence when he was cast as Bear in the blockbuster Michael Bay action film Armageddon. During the production of the film, Duncan became friends with castmate Bruce Willis, and it was Willis's influence that helped him to get his breakout role as gentle giant John Coffey in the Frank Darabont film The Green Mile. Starring with Tom Hanks, Duncan's performance netted him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor in a Supporting Role and a Golden Globe nomination for Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role in a Motion Picture. Following his role as Coffey, Duncan was then cast in a string of films that helped to establish him as an actor in both action and comedy roles. The Whole Nine Yards, Sea Spot Run, Planet of the Apes, The Scorpion King, and Daredevil, and in the latter movie, he played Kingpin. When Duncan was cast as the Kingpin in 2002, he faced the dual challenge of portraying a typically white character and having to gain 40 pounds to fit the character's large physique. In July 2006, Duncan showed interest in returning for the role of the Kingpin, but stated that he would not be willing to regain the weight that he had lost. In 2009, he stopped eating meat and later appeared in a PETA ad campaign, touting the health benefits and increased strength from a vegetarian diet. In 2005, Duncan appeared in The Island and Sin City, in which he played Manute, a powerful mobster. Critic Roger Ebert praised Duncan for his performance in The Island, writing that Duncan has only 3 or 4 scenes, but they're of central importance as he brings true horror to them. Duncan appeared in a supporting role in the 2006 comedy Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, as Lucius Washington, and in 2009 he played Balrog in Street Fighter, The Legend of Chun-Li, and starred as the titular Cleon Slammin' Salmon in Broken Lizard's farce, The Slammin' Salmon. With his deep, resonant voice, Duncan did voice roles for films such as Brother Bear and its sequel, Brother Bear 2, Kung Fu Panda, and Green Lantern, playing the voice of Kilowog from DC Comics alongside Ryan Reynolds. His other voice roles include TV series such as Lunatics Unleashed and Operation Zero, Quiznos commercials, and a number of video games such as Demon's Dome, SOCOM 2 US, Navy SEALs, The Suffering, Ties That Bind, Saints Row, Soldier of Fortune, and God of War 2, where he provided the voice of the Titan Atlas. He additionally reprised his role as the Kingpin in Spider-Man, the new animated series. In addition to his film roles, Duncan guest starred in numerous television shows. 2 included an episode of The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and a first-season episode of CSI New York. In 2008, he appeared as Mr. Colt in the second season premiere of Chuck vs. the First Date, and as a guest star on 2 episodes of 2.5 Men. Most notably, in April 2011, Duncan guest starred on an episode of TV series Bones as Leo Knox, which, in 2012, led to Duncan's receiving his first starring role as the same character in the spin-off series The Finder. The Bones Season 8 episode, The Partners in the Divorce, which aired 3 weeks after his death, was dedicated to him. During the week of May 14th, 2012, Duncan appeared as a guest on the late-night talk show The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, when the show was taping for a week in Scotland. Duncan was one of the show's more frequent guests, appearing a total of 18 times, and the day after Duncan's death in September, Ferguson began his show with a tribute to him. In January 2013, during the Late Late Show's winter break, reruns of the Scotland episodes were broadcast with a tribute to Duncan at the beginning of each of the 5 episodes, featuring Duncan's photo on a pink background and the text, "In memory of our friend Michael Clarke Duncan." At the time of his death, Duncan was dating reality television personality Omarosa Manigault. His family later claimed that Omarosa changed his will and testament. They also claimed that Omarosa manipulated Duncan in his final days, lied about their engagement, and sold his belongings without the family's knowledge. In 2013, Manigault appeared in the cast of The All-Star Celebrity Apprentice and played in Duncan's honor for his favorite charity and one he had benefited from himself, the Sue Duncan Children's Center. In episode 2 of the season, Manigault won $40,000 for the charity. Duncan trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at the Gracie Academy in Torrance, California, and held a purple belt in the discipline. Duncan was taken to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center after suffering a heart attack on July 13, 2012. By August 6, 2012, he had been moved from the intensive care unit but remained hospitalized. On September 3, 2012, Duncan died in the hospital of respiratory failure. He was 54 years old. On September 10, 2012, a private funeral was held for Duncan in Los Angeles. Tom Hanks, who co-starred with him in The Green Mile, was among the attendees at the memorial service. He was interred at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Hollywood Hills.
leave a white heart in the comments in remembrance of them. And as always, be loving and caring, my good beings.